Pěkné odpoledne, dámy a pánové. Je mou velkou radostí vás přivítat na tiskové konferenci k americkému soutěžnímu filmu Drobné si nechte, který u nás na Karlovarském festivalu uvádíme v mezinárodní premiéře. Máme zde delegaci, jsme rádi, že přijeli a bude mou velkou ctí vám je teď představit v pořadí, jakém sedí směrem ode mě. První vedle mě sedí Rachel Israel, režisérka filmu. Vedle ní herecká dvojice Brandon Polanský a Samantha Elisofon. A vzadu máme výkonné složky, je to Enger, producent, a Alex Camilleri, střihač a associate producer, což znamená koproducent. Tak, tento film je velmi neobvyklý. Já bych ho nejdřív trošku představila i z pozadí toho, jak vznikal, protože většina filmů má na začátku scénář a pak teprve obsazuje herce. Zde to bylo naopak. Režisérka Rachel Israel nejdříve potkala hereckého představitele Brandona a po setkání s ním začala stavět teprve příběh a trénovat s ním. Proto bych už předala jí slovo, aby vysvětlila celý tento úžasný příběh filmu a předávám jí tedy slovo.
Yes. I'll just say a few words about the creation of the story. I've known Brandon for now over 15 years. And we began work on this together 6 years ago. I think I had a first draft of a feature script. The inspiration for that was some of Brandon's personal dating experiences. This is a love story. And through Brandon, I got to know a community on the Upper West Side of Manhattan called the Adaptations Program, which is a community for adults on the autism spectrum. And as I got to know that community, I fell in love with a lot of the people I met there and got inspired, even beyond Brandon's personal story, to make a film with those characters. I was at the time an MFA student at Columbia University and had the opportunity to make a short film. So Brandon and I worked actually for a year on acting exercises together to develop the short film script as well. So that was the script was developed in parallel with the acting exercises for the short. And actually only close to, Brandon would work with a professional actress, different professional actresses every week on these exercises. And it was only rather like 2 months before we shot the short film that we finally cast Samantha Elisofon, who changed everything because we had been working more closely to a story based on Brandon's real relationship. But once we cast Samantha, then it kind of freed everything up. And the film became about how would these two people fall in love. And then moving on to work on the feature after having made the short, I worked for 2 years with Brandon and Samantha and then other supporting cast from that same community to develop the script. So all of the cast are taken from a real community and have existing relationships.
Já dříve, než se zeptám, jak náročné nebo jaké jsou výhody a nevýhody práce režiséra s herci, kteří mají poruchu autistického spektra, chtěla bych se zeptat herců, jaké to je hrát ve filmu, jaká byla jejich zkušenost a hlavně, jaké je pro ně pracovat s neurotypickým, tedy takzvaně normálním štábem.
By the way, I gotta say this thing is really great, you know? I admit I have a little slight speech impediment, I slur my words, so if only I use this thing when I talk to anyone like my dad, I'm gonna use this when I talk to you from now on. Yeah, that and a hearing aid. What? But, any questions, anybody? Yeah.
The question of what it was like to work.
Yeah. It was great working with Rachel. I mean, she was really. She's like a genius, knows how to work with these people and all that, how to train them. She just knows how to love with them and knows how they think and all that. I mean, that was just great, you know. I mean, you did such an amazing job with this film. I mean, it's like so everyone wants to see something a little bit different, a little bit offbeat, not the same crap over and over again. I can't say crap. They say that in Czech. But you know, I gotta say, I really love this stick, by the way. I mean, it has a nice voice. The translator has a nice voice, you know. Yeah. Only Mike Tyson used this. I'm just kidding. Nobody knows who that is. He's an American boxer.
I was also going to add on to that. Yeah, it's just a mix and match of everything. Just being able to share this just wonderful and exhilarating experience, like sharing is caring, and just this amazing adventure just with every single one of you here today. This would not be possible here today. Just after this movie and just with this incredible director, Rachel Israel, and just this whole crew sitting with me here today is just making me just giddy and excited, just incredibly excited, just being able, as Brandon, just adding on to Brandon said on the mic here, just being able to have this mix and match of all this exposure and just being able to improvise and just go with the flow and just be flexible that I've never did it before and be able to just broaden my horizons and just being able to open up to the world and just show how much we love and appreciate the world and be able to want to get basically what we said and how much working with this incredible cast and talented crew and producers and performers and on the spectrum and that we have and that we're the same way, that we have the same dreams, we have the same passions, the same hopes, and it definitely showed that. And we want to just continue to just put ourselves out there and sparkle and persevere and just continue to mix and match of whatever it takes, whatever we put our mind to.
By the way, I never said this before, but it's great to be here in Karlovy, Czech Republic. It's my first time overseas, so it's great to be here in Europe. Having a great time. Thanks, Dad.
Já samozřejmě dám...
And thank you, Todd. Thank you, Rachel.
Já dám samozřejmě... I'm sorry. I don't want to... Nechtěla jsem vás přerušovat. Ale samozřejmě dám přednost i novinářům, kteří zde jsou, aby mohli položit své otázky.
Anyone?
Yeah?
Hello, Eva Přibřelová. I just want to maybe what Anna asked Rachel about working with the actors. Also, I would like to know how much of them is them and how much is the fictional roles, if you can talk about it. And was one of the reasons you wanted to make this film to challenge some prejudices about people with autism? Thank you.
Could you repeat just the last part, the second part?
If you wanted to challenge some,
preconceptions.
Yeah, preconceptions. Sorry, because especially in how they are portrayed in movies.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, the last part of the question, definitely yes. One of the things when I got inspired for the story based on this love story in Brandon's life, it occurred to me, and I for some reason hadn't thought about it before, but how few representations we see of people on the autism spectrum in film, period, and then shown as characters who are forcefully driving their own stories, and then in pursuit of love is very rare from what I've seen. So I thought it would be powerful to pursue that topic. And then in terms of working with the cast, it's been the greatest creative experience of my life. It's been amazing. I don't know any difference between working with a cast of people on the autism spectrum versus working with any other non-professional actor. So I think that when you work with professional trained actors, then you much more can kind of leave them to do their work, and you don't have to work as intimately. But working with non-professional actors, I feel that I have to cater my approach much more so to who they are as a person, and perhaps I should be doing that anyway with trained actors. But it's very, very necessary with non-professional actors. And in terms of the success of this experience, it's great credit to the cast themselves for how much openness they had for it. They had to open up and give a lot of trust, and allowed themselves to be very vulnerable in the making of the film over years.
So it was more of a challenge for Rachel because, it's one thing working with professional actors, but these were people on the spectrum, and so it was more of a challenge. It's like say, let's say there are two actors, right? Or an actor and actress or whatever. Say the actress is on the spectrum, and the actor, say not that much, but the actor, let's say the actor, they both did equal good job. No, that's not true. The actor, if they did an equal job, the one that's on the spectrum did even a better job because, they both had to go up a steep hill, but one had to push a piano up the steep hill, so it was more of a challenge for the one that was really on the spectrum. My goal, and Rachel's goal, and Samantha's goal, everyone that did this Keep the Change moment, our goal is to get people to show what the autism spectrum is like to not paint these awful pictures of us like we're a bunch of, like all those people should never be out in public. No, that's not true. Anybody thinks that they're the one with the issue. Because we're just like you and me. I mean, don't ever think that, we should only interact with each other and not be on the outside world, segregated, and never live in a home and eventually get a job at a flipping burgers. I mean, that's not us. I mean, I know I think highly of myself, I don't have narcissistic personality disorder just because I'm American and I have that American jerk in our White House. I'm sorry, I don't want to wind up like Johnny Depp.
A já bych tomu ještě položila doplňující otázku na Samanthu. Kolik je z ní filmů a nakolik musela... A nakolik se naopak tam je víc, co se musela naučit?
Oh, that's a very good question.
That's a great question. Well, there was a great deal of there was a great mix and match of improvisation and acting. It was not just scripted. It was like throughout. It was like parallel. It was like a great variety of. It was a lot of it was improvised. A mix and match of everything combined. And acting on set, I had a great mix and match of working with Rachel Israel on set. And acting, getting to just truly believe in her with the improvisation, not just scripted.
At first, I'm sorry. At first, we did a 15-minute short, and that was mostly improv. And I thought, hey, improving is good. You don't have to memorize your line. But then I realized when I did the full-length feature, I thought improving was great, but then it's not the greatest. Maybe memorizing your lines is better sometimes because it's like a surprise, and not even like a good happy birthday surprise, like getting hit by a bus surprise. Like you don't know what's going to happen, and like the feeling when you're a little kid and you're in trouble in the principal's office, and you have no idea what's going to happen to you. That feeling, But, anyone else? Anyone?
Borovička ČTK, dobrý den. Mě by zajímalo, jak se takovýhle projekt financuje, asi nelehko. A protože už jste film uvedli v Americe, tak jaké máte ohlasy? Děkuju.
Well, we had a lot of charities like Seed and Spark, and I'm sorry, let her do the talk.
Oh no, I was just going to turn that over to our Kurt. Yeah.
So in order to finance the film, we had a long road of various different sources. We did a crowdfunding campaign to start raising money for the film. And based upon the success of the crowdfunding campaign, we attracted an equity investor to invest a significant part of the budget towards the film. We also received grants from different foundations, the Princess Grace Foundation, the Sundance Institute, and rooftop films.
Seed and Spark.
Yeah, Seed and Spark was the crowdfunding campaign. And we are working on distribution for the United States, and also the film is for sale internationally.
It is?
Yeah. We're getting close to some deals, and we hope to distribute the film within the coming year.
I hope I make a good percentage of this. I did videotape your wedding. I did videotape your wedding. Remember what you said? Do I have to pay for this? No, just give me a good percentage. I did a good job videotaping their wedding too.
And so far the audience reactions, we played at the Tribeca International Film Festival, and the audience loved it, and we hope to have an equal receptive audience tonight.
Yes, this is going to be hits.
I hope so too. I hope the audience gets. I hope the audience is blown away by this.
Sorry.
We already talked about it a little bit before, but I see this topic you discovered, or this subculture you discovered for the feature, so big that I would be interested if you want to work with the community of autistic people a little bit more, maybe with some other projects.
You mean like a sequel of Keep the Change? That guy who worked for us, Jonathan Tokarski, he wanted to do something, a sequel like where me and Samantha on a camping trip, and Matt Cohen and his fiance are getting married. It's like, you should give him a call.
Yeah, I would love to work with this. I would love to work with this cast again. There's so much material there. If you see the film, then you'll meet a lot of different characters, and they could each carry their own film. So I'd love to work with them again. Thank you.
I got quiet all of a sudden. Hi.
Já se tedy ještě přidám s otázkami, protože když jsem si více pročítala preskit, tak tam bylo, že jste měli i speciální poradce při natáčení nebo trenéry každého z herců.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Obviously.
Aha, tak to je možná nějaké nedorozumění, ale že jste vlastně využívali z komunitního centra, kde se film natáčel, takže jste využívali pomoci při vedení herců.
Oh, yeah. We had, I definitely got to know the people who kind of run that community very well, and they even appear in the film playing their roles. In terms of my getting to know the cast, that was just one-on-one, just personal meetings. But we did have, for the production crew, we had an autism consultant come before we shot just to talk about kind of an autism-friendly production and how to be sensitive to people's different needs.
Děkuju.
Question is to Rachel. How difficult was it first to do a 15-minute short and the challenges to then make it into a feature-length film? What problems and rewards did you get in connection with making it such a wonderful, world now recognized film from a short from Columbia University?
I was actually surprised. It was easier than I thought it would be. In terms of adapting from a short to a feature, the objective for me was to keep the focus on going deeper versus trying to add on and make it go wider, but rather to look at what was powerful in the short and observe that DNA, and then dig deeper and deeper and deeper and try to carve out conflict from those innate character differences. And then I felt that actually having made the short, it prepared us very well. We had spent, I worked with our wonderful editor, Alex Camilleri. We worked for about a year on editing the short, and we worked for about a year on editing the feature. Maybe, Alex, you can speak to how you feel that for the post process, working the short prepared us, or anything you want to say on this?
Yeah, I don't think, personally, I would have been anywhere near prepared to do the feature if we hadn't done the short first, because we really developed the sensibility and the approach to the material, how to carve out the gems that we were getting from our performers, and how to keep it alive within the context of the amazing script that Rachel has written. And it is an amazing script. There's a real lively sensibility about the film. There's also an amazing heart to it that goes back to Rachel's work on the page. Of course, she had the bravery to put down the pen and to pick up the camera and to embrace what all the authentic moments that the performers gave to us. And so that made our process in editing quite easy.
You told us how Brandon got involved in the film. Tell them a little bit about how Samantha was chosen to play the love interest.
Well, I had auditioned when making the short. I think we had Brandon had been working with these professional actresses for a year, and I had auditioned about 100 actresses for the role of the love interest. Professional, trained actresses, neurotypical actresses. I think the thinking was that, because we were already taking a risk with working, or people thought taking a risk working with an untrained actor on the spectrum, maybe we needed, and the script had gone to such a polish after so many drafts, we needed someone there to kind of control it and keep it on track. And of course, that thinking was, ended up being very wrong. And when we looked at the footage of all these actresses, something felt manipulative about these two different performance styles together. And so I started looking at real people from the community or beyond, real people on the spectrum, and I guess Samantha had been there all along at this community, and she's luminous, and yeah.
Luminous? What does that mean, luminous?
Full of light.
Thank you.
And so we brought her into audition, and yeah.
See, I will be honest. I've known Rachel for about 16 years now, and there was one time when I was very, very lonely as hell. I was completely friendless, and I was going crazy, and Rachel was like my only friend. And then she told me about the JCC because she was busy working at Columbia and all that, and I was just, I was at the lowest point of my life, and so Rachel told me about the JCC, this place at a community center, JCC or whatever, and there's this program there, and then eventually I met this girl, and we were going out for like 7 years now. Well, I don't know, obviously it didn't last, but that's not the important thing. Yes, if it wasn't for her, there would have never been no Keep the Change, because it inspired Rachel so much to make this film. And, is he asleep? Oh, yeah, filming. So it was just such an inspiration. She saw me with this girl for about 7 years, and she just wanted to make a movie about it, And actually, me and Rachel met at this art class at a university in Florida, and she was going off to school in Rhode Island, and she just wanted to be an artist, and she saw I was always making these films, and I guess for some reason she changed the major from art to films. And it's like she said I was always an inspiration to her, and then she saw I was always making these amateur films. This was before YouTube came out. By the way, I hope this is on YouTube. I'm going to like this one. You like this one too. But so I was making all these films. And then Rachel says, you're always into films, and and I wanted you to come do this project for me. And I wanted right away to do a story about you because you inspired me so much, you know. And that's how Keep the Change started.
Já bych se ještě možná připojila s otázkou na paní režisérku. Potom, co tady vyprávíte o natáčení dlouhotrvajícím, jste spíše přátelé, no to na mě působí, jste spíše rodina než štáb. A jaké byly rozpory mezi právě přátelským vztahem k protagonistům, k hercům a tím režisérským přístupem?
Oh yeah, there were a lot. Oh yeah, it was. Well, when you think about it, sometimes it was like a real nightmare. Like 2016, I was like sitting in the dark, just going crazy like a dog in its cage, and now I'm out of the cage. It's 2017. I'm out of the cage. I'm jumping out of my skin. So that's too much. Yes, it's just a complete nightmare. We're all under stress. Brian's still was under pressure, but in a way, sometimes I felt like I felt like just giving, like if anyone was going to give up on me, and then when people give up on me, I give up on myself. I felt like I could never go backwards, you know. I could never go backwards. I can never go back to my own pathetic life. I'm just kidding. I don't want to wind up like Gary Coleman. Now you don't know who he is.
Okay.
The question was for Rachel. So.
Yeah, Rachel, question, please answer the question.
Okay, so the question in terms of the crew or cast or all of it?
It was mostly for you, like, what did the experience when you are the friend of the crew or with the actors and the director, which is kind of different roles.
Yeah, I definitely talk to the cast. I think, well, specifically Brandon, because Brandon and I are so close, and say, okay, so now I'm your boss and I'm the director, and there was definitely a changing of hats. Thank you very much.
Tak já už bych možná poprosila o poslední otázku. Čas se nám chýlí ke konci.
Last question, everybody.
Okay.
A pokud nepřijde, tak bych chtěla moc poděkovat vám, kteří jste přišli, a hlavně štábu, který navštívil Karlovarský festival, a ráda bych jim popřála hodně štěstí na dnešní večerní premiéru, která proběhne ve velkém sále.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
it's
you
going
so
to be
much.
great.
Thank you
film.
so much.
Can't wait to watch this film tonight. The woo went right in my head.
Oh,
I
I'm
think it
just
was
so
bugging me on my
excited.
ear.